But here's what the guy has to say. Please read the following and draw your own conclusion. All this is scheduled to happen by October 1st. 15,000 Russians in Baltimore by October 1st. 82% of our combat forces and their supply elements out of Con-US by October 1st. That could be done with the war in Syria, war in Iran. FEMA purchase orders for over $14.2 million for MREs and heater meals to be delivered to Region 3 by October 1st. FEMA purchase orders for 22 million pouches of emergency water to be delivered to Austin by August 1st. 9-week training course for UN peacekeepers in CONUS to learn urban warfare English and U.S. weapons system beginning the 4th week of July for 386,000 troops to be completed by October 1st. 9-week training course for UN peacekeepers in the continental United States to learn urban warfare English and U.S. weapons systems beginning the 4th week of July. That's this week, or earlier this week, for 386,000 troops to be completed by October 1st. 11 million in antibiotics to be delivered to FEMA Region 3 by October 1st, ordered by the CDC. There you go, people. World Health Organization held a second emergency meeting in its history to discuss the MERS coronavirus. Determined a vaccine must be in place by October 1st. Well, the MERS, the coronavirus, similar to a SARS. SARS is a red Chinese weapon. We got the H7N9 flu. We got the MERS. We got the MERS. All right, so this is starting to do a little confluence here. You throw in an Ebola and a mouse pox and a Spanish flu, and you really got a hootenanny then, don't you? World Health Organization. So that's the WHO. 2,800 MRAP vehicles to be delivered to DHS by October 1st. No leave will be allowed for U.S. military from September 28th through November 5th. NORCOM yearly training for civil unrest suspended until September 27th to be performed in northeast coastal areas. Date for release of QE3 report moved to October 16th. All DHS agents must qualify with sidearm, shotgun, and AR-15 by September 28th. No mention of the yearly lethal qualification. Sporadic testing of GPS and communication satellite is coordinated for the first time with testing date September 29th. Allegedly POTUS mandates to FEMA and DHS concerning support for metropolitan communities dealing with the extreme climate change must be complete by October 1st. These mandates were issued during the last 3 weeks. Over 300 school systems in the U.S. have been determined they need 3-day kits for each school and 3-day kits with each child or student to take with them. All deliveries are scheduled for the month of September. Why are you going to have kids with 3-day kits to take with them? Because they're going to be removed by bus to the secret compound. And parents, when whatever goes down and you're working and you're going to go to school to pick up your kid, your child most likely will either be in lockdown and you will not be allowed in and would be shot on the site if you're trying to break into the school like you're a crazed terrorist trying to get your little Johnny or little Billy or little Susie or whatever. So, but most likely, you remember the drills back a few years ago that were taking place in Arkansas, even in small towns, where the kids were locked down and then they were taken by bus to an undisclosed location for the rest of the day. And how do we know that? Because one of the children had issues with food and not being able to eat or water. They were either maybe a type 1 diabetic or, some kind of a thing that they had real major issues for not eating for a long period of time or having enough water to drink. And through their parents, then the mother went and sued the Arkansas School District in a rural district. Forget the name of the town, but that was back, that was 7, 8, 10 years ago. And here, let's see. Let me continue on this thing. Daily testing in the emergency. All National Guard units will complete riot control and disaster assistant training during the year's annual 2-week training. All units must have their training complete by September 30th. Daily testing of the emergency broadcast system begins September 25th and run through October 2nd. Eastern-based Coast Guard units to perform massive group training, usually performed in the Gulf, instead in the Virginia and Delaware areas. This is a 10-day training mission to begin September 26th. Side note to ponder, for the first time in history of the United States, the Secretary General addresses the Assembly, a speech that was broadcast live to over 60 nations to inform the Assembly that while we are dealing with what appears to be 2 global crises, extreme climate change and financial downturns, the governments of the world are working together to resolve the issues before they reach catastrophic proportions. In other words, he addresses the General Assembly and the world just to say everything is going to be okay.